To one and all. Let me welcome to the afternoon session. I heartily welcome Dr. Ratnakarji, Professor, Dean Student Affairs to this session. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. Putte Godadi, HOD, Department of Computer Science to this session. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
I also welcome Deans, HODs, and staffs of various departments to this session. I heartily welcome all the participants to this session. I welcome you all. Now I request Dr. Puttegodadi, HOD, Department of Computer Science, to introduce about CS department to the students. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon to all. So, at the outset, I'll thank our management, our principal, organizing team for providing me the opportunity to introduce our department to all the first year students. So, on behalf of the department, I welcome you all for this induction program as well as the introduction to our department. So my presentation with two phases. One is with the computer science engineering introduction. Then I'm going to introduce our department. What is the achievements? What are the profiles are there in our department? I'll start with my presentation with the other two quotes, made by two eminent persons. One by Sri M. Vishwesvaraya. Education is the sovereign remedy for all the economic ills. Another quote by Mahatma Gandhi ji, live as if you are to die tomorrow, learn as if you are to live forever. That means education is the very important step for everybody in the present scenario, okay, to lead the life. So based on this, okay, the engineering branch or engineering, why do you need the engineering? What is the use of the computer science engineering? The branch of science and technology concerned with the design, building, and the use of engines, machines, and structures. This is called, okay, we call it engineering. And engineering is all about making useful things that work and impact lives. So based on this, okay, I'll introduce the why the computer science engineering is required, what are the opportunities are there, what are the disciplines are there in computer science engineering, then what is the job scope in computer science engineering. The one of the scientists says, scientists discover the world that exists, engineers create the world that never was. Based on this quote, I can say the computer science engineering encompasses the variety of topics that relates to computations like analysis of algorithms, programming languages, program designs, software designs, and also the hardware designs. For this computer science engineering, it has a root in electrical engineering, mathematics, and other engineering branches. Now let us say the different various disciplines are there in computer science engineering. So these are the subparts of computer science engineering, like artificial intelligence. Nowadays the boom is there. Okay, the lot of job opportunities are there in artificial intelligence. Data science. So you have a lot of data are there. You need to analyze those data. You require the mechanism to analyze the data. Machine learning, how to make the machine to learn, okay, to give the for that computation task. The embedded system, okay, where how to have an embedded system design and implementation. And if you have a structured data, how to get the data, retrieve the data, that is called database and information system. If you have the information, how to provide the security and the cyber, that's another discipline of the computer science engineering. And if you have a computer, so how to connect those computers remotely and distributedly. That's called computer networks and the distributed systems. So one more area where if you have a data like text image or the data or image, how to process those data, that's called image processing concept. It may be image processing or it may be text processing data. Then IoT, that's Internet of Things. So the another the where discipline is there in the computer science engineering, and data analytics, how to analyze the data which is present, variety of data. So these are the various disciplines are there in computer science and engineering. So that means each area it has its own scope, advantages, and job opportunities. Now generally we call combining all this we call computer science engineering. When you go the specialization, higher studies or in the particularly job profiles, so these the disciplines comes into picture there. Now let me understood, okay, what does the computer science engineer do? What will do? So we're going to design and develop a software application for different industries. It may be manufacturing industry, it may be automobile industry, or it may be some other industry, okay, aeronautics industry. So different industries, for those you're going to design and develop the software applications. The another job, okay, or you can do the managed software. You manage the hardware, the networks in any industry. That means the computer science engineer, you can manage the software, you can manage the different hardwares and the network issues in any industry. You can also involve in design and development of hardware components for a personal computer as well as the laptops. That means the main, okay, as a system engineer, you're going to have the design and development of the hardware the related to or required for the personal computers and also the laptops. So another job, okay, you're going to develop the software for peripheral computing devices such as printers, modems, and scanners. Just like you're going to write the device driver to make that workable condition. If you have a just develop an hardware printer or a modem or a scanner, it will not work. You need to write a program for those devices so that you can interface with the computer to get the particular task can be done. That. Like that, write the code and algorithm for the operating systems. Just like your system software, if you want to design a new operating systems like Windows or a Linux or some other operating system, you has to write a code and algorithm for these type of operating system. Nowadays, you have a lot of open source operating systems are there. Okay, for this you can able to write the code there. Now, why you have to choose the computer science? What is the necessity? Okay, the first the choice is okay. Computing is part of everything we do. That means nowadays, today's life, whatever we do, we need the computation. For that, we need to choose the computer science. So you need to expertise in the computing enables not to solve the complex problems, challenging problems. So you need to have an expertise in the computation. The third choice, okay, computing offers great opportunities for the creativity and as well as the innovation. That means we can do wonders, okay, so are the innovations in the field of computer science to provide the computations. And the computation as provides both the collaborative and individual effort. Just like it's individual tasks you can carry out, or it's a teamwork or a collaborative work in association with the other disciplines, the computation is required. Another thing is computing jobs are here to stay regardless where you are located. That means nowadays, okay, as the pandemic occurs now, see most of the companies, their employees working in the work from home. So that means wherever they are, okay, they can do the computation. And the future opportunities in the computation without the boundaries. That means without any boundaries, okay, there are a lot of opportunities are there for the computation. Now let us see what are the opportunities are there, where the opportunities are there if you're a computer science engineer. One with respect to the public sector, maybe like MPTC, BHEL, HAL, okay, you'll have a job opportunities. Government organization like railways, ISRO, BARC or DRDO, you have a great opportunity to serve in the government organization also. Majority of the computer science engineers will have openings in private IT industry. See nowadays, okay, if you take the statistics, so most of the computer science engineers, okay, work in the IT industry. They are getting to IT industry either through the campus placement or the off campus. So advise all the students, okay, get the knowledge in the next 2.5 years or 3 years. You can apply those knowledge and the skill set to get the jobs in the campus itself. Okay, maybe you will have other opportunities in the off campus also, but if you place in the off campus, it's well and good. Now, what are the job profiles are there in computer engineering? As a computer science engineer, he can serve as a software developer. He can serve as a computer hardware engineer. He can serve as the computer network architect. He can serve as a database administrator. He can serve as an information security analyst. He can serve as a computer system analyst. He can serve as a web developer. He can serve as a computer programmer or a graphics designer. That means different roles or profiles are there in the computer science engineering. So the graduate, he can serve at the various capacities in IT industry. Now, let me tell, okay, what are the future trends are there in computer science engineering. So day by day technology changing. Some of the domains which very much required in various applications. So one of the future trend in computer engineering is artificial intelligence. So we might have seen, okay, and the research, a lot of work is going on using the AI concept like driverless car. So those are the concepts they are adopting this artificial intelligence concept so that, okay, any application can be developed using this AI. So another trend, okay, will be the IoT. So that means, so using that IoT concept, you can manage the various applications, automations or home automations, okay, you can monitor them. So another, the future trend is robotics. So this will reduce the human manpower. So in manufacturing industries now they are utilizing this, okay, the trend, okay, robotics. So that means you can, as a computer engineer, you can design and write the program for the robotics, and you can use for the manufacturing industry. So another trend is blockchain. You can might have cryptocurrency concept, okay. So those concepts are using the blockchain concept. So probably in another 10 to 20 years, the blockchain concept will run the world. So data science, as I told earlier, you have a use data is there, how to manage those data, how to extract the required information, and how to analyze this, okay, data. That comes under the data science concept. And one more trend is quantum computing. That means if you have a data or if you have any technology, how the computation is carried out. So there is a quantum computing technology is there. We are using this quantum computing technology. The computation can be made easily. That is parallel processing can be carried out. Machine learning nowadays, in order to get the task So this is one of the concept is running now. So machine learning is the concept that means you need to train the machine so that whatever the task can be made by the human will be you can done it to the machine. The cyber security to provide the security okay over the net okay one of the future trend is the cyber security. So these the trends probably very much adaptable in next 20-30 years. So if I say the computer science engineering, all these future trends like machine learning, cyber security, AI, data science, those concepts will be adopted for each and every task probably another 10 to 20 years. So these are some of the informations related to the computer science engineering. Now let us start with the introduction about our department. Before starting our department introduction, let me say just recap of our college information. If I say okay, the college started in the year 2010. It has a 3 lakh built-in square feet built-in area. We have a state-of-art laboratories, clusters of seminar halls. We have a well-established auditorium with the modern gadgets. So library, central computing facilities, and we have a affiliated to ACT and also the VTU. The college is accredited with the 4 branches, and we have a ISO certified institute. So this institute, okay, our institute is promoted by 3 well-known promoters. So our honorable chairman, Sri L. Arun Kumar, our secretary, Sri K. Shivshankar, our treasurer, Sri R. V. H. So these basically cadets, okay, promoting the institute. Let me start with the vision of the institute. Okay, I think you know the vision of the institute, vision of the institute, and I'll take up the vision of the department as well as the mission of the department. So this vision and mission of the institute, okay, our department vision and mission of the department is in line with the vision and mission of the institute. So just read the vision of the institute, the development of academically excellent, culturally vibrant, socially responsible, and globally competent human resources. So based on this, okay, and the mission points, our department vision is to develop highly talented individuals in the area of computer science engineering to deal with real world challenges in industry, in education, in research, and in society. So that means whatever the things the computer engineer learned in the stories is going to apply to face the real world challenges either in the industry or in the education or in the research work or in the society. The mission of the department, we have defined 2 missions. The first mission of the department to inculcate the professional behavior, the strong ethical values, innovative research capabilities, and leadership abilities in the young minds, and to provide a teaching environment that emphasizes the depth, the originality, and critical thinking. So that means, so based on the values, ethical values, the innovative research capabilities, and the research capabilities, you can put it in the young minds and provide the better environment so that they can apply their thinking level. The second mission of the department motivate the students put their thoughts and ideas adaptable by industry or to pursue higher studies leading to the research. So that means to motivate the students to get their ideas adopted by the industry or to encourage those thoughts to pursue their higher studies that leads to a research area. So let me introduce myself. Okay, myself, Dr. Puttegoda, heading the Department of Computer Science Engineering. So I have a more than 16 years of teaching experience and industry of 2 years experience and research of 7 years. So I have guided more than 35 UG projects Under my guidance, 2 students are pursuing the PhD. So I have published more than 15 publications in a reputed journals, and a member of IEEE professional body, life member of IST, member of IEEE, life member of CSI. So various professional body members. And also worked as a reviewer in a editor, or a reviewer in a journal, or a panel expert. So my area of interest in the research, image processing or video processing, and also the data mining. So if you take our department, so you have a big family, totally 22 teaching faculties are there, 10 technical staffs are non-teaching staffs are there. So out of 22 teaching staff, 2 are professors, 1 associate, 19 assistant professors are there. When it comes to the technical, non-technical staff, system analyst 1, a programmer 6 members are there, and lab supporting staff 3 members. Totally 10 members are there. So our faculties, they are carrying their research work. So 2 faculties, myself and Dr. Gorbal sir, J.V. Gorbal sir is a PhD. He is serving as a professor. So other faculties, they are pursuing their PhDs, 5 faculties. So let me introduce our family, okay, our faculty members. So myself, Dr. Putayagowda, the professor in editing department. Dr. J.V. Gorbal sir, professor, is having more than 23 years of experience. Mr. Anil Kumar CJ is the associate professor in the department. Ms. Nazrin Fatima, assistant professor. Mrs. Sunita Patel MS, assistant professor. Mrs. Soumya, assistant professor. Mr. Anil Kumar BS, assistant professor. Mr. Kiran B, assistant professor. Mrs. Sneha NP, assistant professor. Mrs. Impan Appaji, assistant professor. Mrs. Monish BM, assistant professor. Mrs. Sushma V, assistant professor. Kirtana MM, assistant professor. Sri Lakshmi Prasad, assistant professor. Kavya Shri, assistant professor. Raghuram, assistant professor. Mrs. Jyoti M. Patil, assistant professor. Vibha U, assistant professor. Akshata, Lavanya, and Rashmi, they are assistant professors. That means we have 18 assistant professors are there. So our professors are experienced industry, both in industry as well as in teaching field. Let me introduce, okay, when our department started. So as I told, the institute started in the year 2010. Our department also started in the year 2010 with an initial intake of 60. Now the present intake is 120. It is increased in the year of 13-14 academic year. We have a research center. It is established in the year 1819 to carry out the research work. Coming to the various MOUs done in association with the other industries. One of the major MOU done with Cisco. We have a Cisco Center of Excellence. Probably in the coming slides, I'm going to give the brief introduction about the Cisco there. So the major, the important achievements of our department, we have established Cisco Center of Excellence to provide the certification program so that the students can have a different skill set in the networking domain, and they can apply those networking knowledge in the field of networking. So we have also associated with the FEA technologies to provide the consulting service and also various activities. We are also associated with the Dell EMC Square to provide the Student Academic Alliance Program. Student Academic Alliance Program. Okay, one of the certificate program is just going to start, okay, probably in the next semester. So another, the MOU, we have associated with the Geeks Lab, New Delhi, to train our students in different domains to acquire the skill set which is required for their placement activities. The department has three professional body membership. The faculty as well as the students have taken the professional body members. So why this professional body is required? Because in order to have a platform to exhibit the talents, so it may be a writing talents or it may be a presentations talents. So you need to have some platform. To provide those platforms, professional bodies are there. So our department has started the professional body like Computer Society of India in the year 2012 itself. That means after the first in the second year itself, we have started the professional body CSI. So now that is the ninth year is there the CSI. Under the CSI, we conduct various activities. It may be a workshop, it may be technical talks, it may be the maybe hackathon. Those type of activities we conduct under the CSI there. So every students they enter into the department, they have to compulsory they have to take this the CSI membership, the professional body. Through that membership, the student can have the platform and to exhibit their talent. Even the faculty is also the member of this CSI professional body. So every month the CSI professional body is going to release the communication. The students can write the articles, technical articles, so that those technical articles can be published in the CSI communication. So you have a separate coordinator is there from the department side to coordinate the activities related to the CSI. At the college level, we have a IST, that is Indian Society for Technical Education. This is also, the students can also participate in the various technical and non-technical activities. So recently we have started the IEEE student branch, that is the institution level. So it's also another professional body. So student can able to take this professional IEEE professional body, and you can have this professional IEEE professional body so that the student can utilize the platform to exhibit their the talent. So this is our research center. Just I'll show the slide video there, the computing facilities. So through this research center, it is established in the year 1819. So there is opportunity for the researcher, they can carry out the research work in the area of image processing, in the area of Internet of Things, big data, data mining, or in the area of networking. So presently, the two professors, okay, myself and the Dr. J.V. Gorbal sir, we are guiding the students to lead to the PhD degree through this research center. So as I told, the institution is ISO certified. So ISO 9001 2015 certification. And also we have a Cisco Center of Excellence. This is a recognition, okay, both okay institution as well as the department, and also the Cisco Center of Excellence. So one of the major achievement of our department since the introduction of Smart India Hackathon program in the year 2007, the first time they introduced a Smart India Hackathon program. It's a national level hackathon program by MHRD. So every year MHRD will conduct the Smart India Hackathon program. So one of the major achievement of our students from the last 4 consecutive years, our students are selected for final rounds. So that means this is the bigger achievements of our students, so that okay they can exhibit their show their talent. Because out of 10,000 or 15,000 students, if our students are selected, that's a great achievement. So our students in the year 2017, one of the team led by Sri Charitra had participated in the Smart India Hackathon program finalist. Okay, it is held in the Hubli. This is one of the snapshot. So there are 2 teams are selected in the Smart India Hackathon program finalist in the 2017. One team held at Hubli. Another team went to Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Okay, they are also the participant led by okay, Purna Chandra Tejasvi. The next year, 2018, again one more team led by Manju Mallika. So they went to Guwahati to present their work, okay, in the Smart India Hackathon finalism. So one more team in the last year, 2019, held at Noida, JSS Noida, okay. So led by Vishnu Tej. So they went to Noida to participate in the Smart India Hackathon program because they are selected, they are not participated because so among the 10,000 students, they are going to have a problem statement. They have to give their ideas and 36 hours they have to participate, okay, Smart India Hackathon program. So I can proudly say that from the last 4 consecutive years, our branch students are selected for this hackathon program. And this is the one more, okay, that this year, one more team is selected, but this is held virtually because, okay, so due to COVID, we cannot go to the Delhi, they not participate in the final. They are conducted virtually. So they are participated in this Smart India program, are led by Syed Asif. So that means, okay, you can encourage the students to participate in any type of technical event at the national level also, state level as well as the national level. So our students are, okay, well participated in the sports also, not only academic, they are achieved in sports also. So that means our students are participating in the best softball team, both boys as well as the girls, okay, they are participated in the various tournaments. So they represent the cricket team also, college cricket team. So one of the snapshot, okay, held at SJC Mysore. So handball team, they secured the second and third prize, okay, held at, okay, SJC. This is the team, okay, our students are the team members in the handball team. So 3 of our students are representing the VTU, the 2 members in softball, 1 member in the cricket. That means they represent the VTU team in various sports like softball. The Sarchines is represented in softball. Meghana Reddy is representing the softball, the VTU. Hemant Kumar is representing the cricket team, the VTU team. And also with respect to the academic achievements, so our students are excelled in their academic. So these are their academic performance in the last 4 years. 16-17, Swati BS, the overall okay, the toppers is 78%, Aisha Beg 74%, Vakara is 74%, 16-17, 17-18, Avita Pinto 81%, Chaitra 80.56%, in 18-19, Kirtana is 79.81%, Abhishek 79.69%, Manasa 79.69%. The last year, Mohammad Anas is 8.95 CGPA and Swati A 8.73 CGPA. So that means our students, I can say proudly, they are excellent in academic also. So coming to the infrastructure available in the department, we have a lecture hall, total 6 lecture halls with the projectors, 2 tutorial rooms, 1 well-equipped seminar hall. There are totally 9 laboratories are there. We have 1 department library, staff room and HOD chamber, and we have a research center, 1 research center. So coming to the infrastructure, the computing facilities. So in the department we have a more, okay, exactly 250 computers placed in the different laboratories. So we have a computer research center where we have 11 computing facilities are there. The campus is Wi-Fi enabled, and the students and the staff members can access the internet through this Wi-Fi there. Coming to the softwares available in the department. So the available system software as well as the application software. So we want to use the open software like, okay, Ubuntu and Fedora, the 2 open source Linux operating systems. So we have a Windows Service Pack and Windows 7 operating system. So various application software which are required for the conduction of laboratories. So these are some of the application softwares like GCC, okay, Flex, Java, so NetBeans, so MySQL, Python, Visual Studio, SQL Server, MS SQL Server, Eclipse, Android Studio. So these are the application software which we want to use in our laboratories. So as I told, one of the seminar hall, well equipped seminar hall with a 250 capacity. The classrooms are the projector mounted classrooms to conduct the very smart classrooms activities. So we have established, okay, department library. So more than 1,000 volumes of books are there, okay, in the department library. Apart from the main library, the student can borrow the books from the department library. Coming to the laboratories. So the first year laboratory, we call it the central computing facilities. So we have 30 systems are there in the central computing facilities. So with the Ubuntu operating system. Okay, so this is the first year laboratory. We're going to conduct the first year laboratory for the programming. Okay, so these laboratories you where the faculties will guide to solve the problems, design of flowcharts, and also the algorithms. So another laboratory which is related to the first year, the language lab. It's not there in your okay officially in the VTU syllabus, but okay you need to have the language laboratories there, okay, because as part of VTU curriculum, okay, you should have a language laboratory to acquire the communication skills. So one of the software you want to use, okay, through the oral ITEL digital language lab. So through this lab, the student can able to improve their communication skills. The next laboratory, ED and MP lab. So this is the second year laboratory, that is third semester laboratory. So analog and digital laboratory and microprocessor laboratory. So since the computer science engineer has to undergo, okay, study the microprocessor concept as well as the analog and digital concept, the VTU has introduced this laboratory to rig up the circuits and okay, do the experiments through the hardware as well as through the software, that is through the simulation. So another second year, the third semester laboratory, the data structure laboratory, so which is very much required for okay the concept, okay, because when you enter into the third semester, so the main programming concept, if you have fundamentals on data structure, you can apply for various projects. So machine learning laboratory, it is in the 7th semester, the final year. As I told, one of the future trend is machine learning. So VTU has introduced the machine learning concept in the final year. So not to provide okay the facilities, not to have this machine learning programming, we have incorporated this machine learning laboratory. Computer network and computer graphics laboratory. So the third year laboratory where the student can able to have the network simulation as well as the programming there. And also the graphics, computer graphics. So we have a mini project as there in computer graphics. We want to use this laboratory for the conduction of both the computer network as well as the computer graphics program. So DBMS and SSOS laboratory. So it's another laboratory in the third year where the student can able to write the queries, okay, using the database management system. You're going to learn the database management system in the 5th semester, and in the 6th semester you're going to learn the system programming, that is system software programming. So the final laboratory, the web technology laboratory. So that means various web development, programming skills will be acquired using the laboratory. That means you're going to use the PHP, Perl, and other scripting languages to write the program or design the web pages. Sorry. As I told you, the research center to carry out the research work. One of the major accomplishment of the CS department is establishment of Cisco Center of Excellence in the year 2018. So this is the one of the Center of Excellence. So our is the nodal center for Mysore district, Mysore region. Okay, that means other college students also can come here, can have a certification program through this Cisco Center of Excellence. So we have made the compulsory the third year onwards, the students has to undergo the certification program through this Cisco Center of Excellence. So as I told you, this is an industry supported laboratory. So the students can able to undergo the 4 or 5 different certification program: CCNA, IT Essentials, CCNA Security, Cyber Security, CCNP. So 5 certification program can the student can able to do. So based on the requirement, so initially we are studying the CCNA, then we'll go for the other certification program. So to carry out the certification program, our faculties are trained under Cisco. So without the training, the faculty cannot train the students. So the 2 of the faculty members, one is Mr. Anil Kumar CJ, sir BH, another is Anil Kumar, Mr. Kiran. These 2 faculties, they are Cisco trainers. They are certified Cisco trainers. They will going to conduct the various certification training program under Cisco Center of Excellence. So apart from the infrastructure, the department practices best practices. As I told, as automation, you are using the CRP. So it's an end-to-end solution for the complete management for the college activities. And it's also the integrated with the activities like admission to alumni process. So data will be shared in real time to the stakeholders. And instead of conventional paper, okay, so we're going to use this web-based CRP not to reduce the conventional paperwork. So it's one of the best practices through this CRP, okay, right from the attendance to okay, and the IA examination process all will be conducted through this CRP. So another best practices, we're going to use the student response system, iCloud. So that means, so through the offline classes, okay, if you are conduct, okay, so you have a devices to conduct this process, just like okay, conducting the quiz in the classroom itself. So the students understand the concept or not. Okay, so another best practices, that is student response system. As I told, we have 3 professional bodies. So CSI started in the year 2012, IST 2012. We have a department association also. Okay, through the department association also will conduct various activities. It started in the year 2011. The department association. Through the professional body, we conducted various activities. Currently, there are 320 students are members of CSI student branch. Okay, so through that professional body CSI will conduct activities. So one of the major through the CSI, we will conduct computer awareness program for the high school students. That means as a social responsibility, okay, so you are adopted the ROLA high school through the CSI student branch, our faculty members and also the students will conduct the training program for the Mellalli or Aravalli High School students. So various activities conducted under the professional body and through the department. Okay, so the 2019 Android app development training program from the experts. Okay, the code relay, the hackathon program as a program. So another one, workshop on network security. So in the year 2019. So like that, various activities are organized through the professional body and also through the department association called COSMIC. So in order to provide the students with the opportunities to exhibit their writing skills. So you have a professional body newsletters. One is called Tech Bytes. This is through the CS student branch, CSI student branch. That means, so as you know, the CSI student branch, through that professional body, so every annually, okay, is going to release the CSI newsletter. Like that, the department will release the department newsletter called CSML biannually. Every year is going to release the newsletter. That means the students can showcase their writing skills by providing the technical articles through either Tech Bytes or the Suez Mail. And also, every year going to release the department magazine called Tech Glimpses. So that means, so then there are three platforms through the department. One is through the CSI newsletter, one is department newsletter, and also one is the department magazine. Coming to the training and placement initiative from the department, as I told, the department provides in-house the aptitude verbal reasoning training program, so not to improve the logical, interpersonal and communication skills. The department offers domain-specific training programs in various skill sets that leads to the placement, and we have established the industry support like laboratories like Cisco and also the Dell EMC Square. So our major recruiters, the major companies, Infosys, IBM, HP, Genpact, QSpider, like that. The students are, the major companies are coming for the placement activities. So proud alumni, department alumni, working in the major companies like Infosys, SAP, Microsoft, JP Morgan, IBM, TCS, they are working in topmost companies, okay, our alumni. So coming to the teacher accompaniment, so we have established the industry support interaction laboratories to provide the better job opportunity for our students. We are offering consultancy services for the software development. Our faculty members published more than 90 publications in national and international journals. Our faculty members have published more than 20 national and international conferences, presented their work. Apart from the finally, what are the initiative and information from the department side? We have established the Cisco Center of Excellence to provide the certification program. Our students are remarkable achievements in both in academic, sports, social, cultural activities, and also in placement. So we have excellent infrastructure, well-established ambience for collaborative learning. The college offers the education for meritorious students through Vidyasara scheme, scholarship for the diploma students, financial support for the low income category students. So the overall I can say, so the department provides the opportunities It has a well-established infrastructure, well-established, okay, well-experienced faculties from both from industry as well as the industry. I can say that our students, okay, and upcoming students can utilize these, the infrastructure, resources, the experience of the faculty to acquire their knowledge and apply their knowledge for their future. Thank you.
Thank you, Puttegoda sir, for giving an insight of CS department. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, madam.
So, dear students, the next session will be at 3 o'clock. You can be in the online, or else you can exit and you can join around at 3 p.m. exactly. After this, you will be having a creative art session wherein which your few of the students, that is friends, will exhibit their talent.